EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Get money.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Good play, good play.
They give him a gain of 38. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
Oh,
20, 10, touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, 41 yards. And the Eagles go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Good play. Don't miss it.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Whew. Good play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Come on.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
That's all right. We live, baby. We live.
First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Woo.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin.
Yes, sir. Always trying to block my dude.
To slip across the 35.
They be trying to block my dude up, bro.
There and a Washington first. On first down, Howell. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
What he thought?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football
What did
team.
he think?
Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll go again with Gibson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Powell. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Being chased out left.
Yo, come on, bro.
Incomplete. They cannot.
Damn.
And they turn it over. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Get it together,
the Eagles
y'all.
offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road.
Man.
So getting the 7-0 lead is huge for them.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
First play.
A.J. Brown, 60 yards.
Yeah, first game, worst game, man. We got to change this around, man. We the one being...
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
You got to put some points on the board, man.
This taken in at the goal line.
Messed up, bro.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Huh?
Put some points on the board.
All right. I know, man. What the hell, bruh? I'll put some points on the board, bro.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Come on, what you going to do?
Come on, bro.
Now they go play action with Howell.
They play action? Okay. Come on.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on second and long. Howell. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing here, Howell. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
To throw again on second down, Powell. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long. Off play action, it's Howell. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Brandon Graham. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. And taken right on the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10.
Come on. 60 boxes.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Two minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Ahead of the chains now, second and 2. Howell from the gun. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. After the incompletion, here now, third and 2. Third and 2. Here's Howell. They'll roll him out right. Howell sliding down, and he picks up the first on that play. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Back to throw, Howell. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down.
What?
Howell to the air on first and 10. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin.
What you say?
9 yards. And the Commanders are back within a score. Extra
what you say?
Sly is up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7.
What happened?
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
I might, motherfucker, but you in game of hell, boy.
Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Live streaming, nigga.
They go play action with Hurts. Steps away. Got a man. It's Brown. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. Here's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Powell throwing on first down here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the lock? Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Now that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Here's Hurts to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Hurts will throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Cameron Curl. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders. Right at the 50-yard line. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Howell. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. He's got room at the 30, down the left sideline. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. After the big play, a chance
playing
to
like I'm supposed to play, nigga.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. Nice job of pushing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Ball, little pussy.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. On play action, they'll throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 68 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Elliott good on the extra
That's
point.
Okay.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal
ain't over till it's over.
Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Touchdown! John Bates.
Ain't over till it's over, pussy.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Slide for the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
do shit. Legit.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Past the 20, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
First down, Hal to throw. Steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll go play action. Howell. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the 2nd half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. On the move past the 40. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Game, bro.
Here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fuck you, pussy.
Will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Howell. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Howell, a quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
4th down, Howell, desperation time. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing is Hurts. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Boy.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 33 yards. And the Eagles up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Faking the handoff. Howell. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Howell, he'll look to throw it. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Howell now to throw it. Thomas brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, he stays up. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw again. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on it. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Looking to throw again on second down.
Howell, a quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Howell trying to pick it up on third.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Once again with Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got his man on the out route. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
The fucking timeout. The game supposed to be over. You ain't step out of bounds, but boy.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Landover.
Yeah, Madden gonna count, but he definitely a mod.
up, though, man.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at High Marks.
Yeah, let's go.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Washington Commanders and the Buffalo Bills.
My microphone fucked up, bro.
And we are underway in Buffalo. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. The 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown.
Run,
Buffalo.
you fucker.
So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means.
Ow, what the fuck?
I think for a team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And
You streaming, bro? I'm streaming too.
That return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Hey, look, we gonna surprise. You gonna respect Redskins before it's over.
Howell, first play, gonna throw it. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Time will tell.
That was my fuck up. You got it. Let's go.
The rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy. Take care of the football. We're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you. Move on. Long way to go in this one.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Allen will try to throw for it. Out to his left. And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. Going for 2 after the first score, CD. I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
Having a bad game right now.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Howell. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
In slow motion. What the fuck?
It's pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's a cornerback in for the sack. Tre'Davious White. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Sliding out of the pocket. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Hines now on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Rolling to his right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Here's a diving catch right side. Away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Diggs. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return.
I know it was bullshit.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Allen to Beasley, 1st down Buffalo. Off the play fake. Allen, he'll buy some time right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, and they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. It's complete to Diggs. Oh, what a juke into space. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are able to add on to their first half lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Once more, Gibson. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now they go play action with Howell. They'll roll him out right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
4th down, Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. Back to the ground with Gibson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 2nd and 2, Howell. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. There he goes, right side. 30, 20, 10. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that are watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Howell. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen going deep for Diggs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Flush to his right. Open man, complete downfield to Davis. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis, 34 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. They'll look to throw.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to be.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he...
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Powell.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, has a play called,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. To try again after the sack. Allen being chased out left. And Davis with it left side. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Bills take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
They'll try and throw for it. On the move to his left. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectful.
And now here is another interception.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Howell. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points,
yes, you got another account, right?
And keep it in the end zone.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Rolling to his right. Allen, nifty footwork. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets
That's some
to the
bullshit
10.
going on, though.
Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Back to throw. Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Everybody want to get the super team. Got some juiced up bitches.
Touchdown grab. And the Bills are pouring it on. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Now Allen. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it.
Fuck you, yo. Y'all cheating.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The throw over the middle taken in. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 64 yards. And the Commanders are able to claw one back. Now, once again, Washington going to break the huddle and go for 2. Howell throwing for it. Rolling to his left. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession here.
Can't play with no regular team because you really trash.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
25 yards there on the catch and
that.
run.
This nigga
It's
cheating.
a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
First down, how to throw. Getting this into the hands of Turner. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the
Wasn't about to do shit, pussy.
Affair. 2nd and 6. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And Howe will throw it. That's caught. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole as they'll remain down by a bundle. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, and I think Washington got it. Yes, they did. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, 53 yards. And the Commanders are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
What up, Mac? What up, Mac? I see you, man.
Davis.
I can't help it, bro. I'm a die-hard fan,
like complimentary
bro.
Football to me,
yeah, he got a super
the
team.
momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, it's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And
now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's got room. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They go right back to Singletary. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Why you scared for?
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. Allen dancing to his left, going deep for Diggs, and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring
scared,
up
Partner in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point by Sly is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Bills are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. He'll buy some time right. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Down inside the 10. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Allen to throw once more. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time.
Faggot, that's why you ain't getting a hunt.
They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
After the touchdown, Bass
Ain't win them all, fuck boy.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
For you, fuck boy.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door, and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Powell's throw complete to Dotson. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Tampa. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Well, somebody's on the burn.
To the air right away is Brady. Gets the check down throw to White.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Here's Brady to throw.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Brady now on first down. Evans has it left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing, I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They run for the first time here with Rachaad White.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle to Evans. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. To throw is Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
The 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders.
At their own 14-yard line. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Hal throwing on 1st down here.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. There, they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
On 1st down, Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, 34 yards. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And some space here. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 37 yards. And the Buccaneers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Brady will look to throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
And here's a give to Gibson.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 5 now. Powell. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Howell. And he finds McLaurin. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas.
As the first half is winding down.
What up, bro?
And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before half for Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And incomplete on the deep ball. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Howell back to pass. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
They go play action with Howell. Sliding out of the pocket. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for 28 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Third and long, here's Howell. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback.
That must be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Gibson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Gibson again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. They're losing here in the 3rd quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
Play action. Now it's Brady. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 56 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Powell eluding the pressure right. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Big money, man. Shit.
Throwing here, Howell.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
All right, let's get him back.
After the sack on 1st down, Howell. And look at this. They get the turnover they need
intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are right back in this football game. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Up the gut, Fournette. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at the 39-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. And Thomas has it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll go again with Gibson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Right there, 54, right there.
Powell. Completes it to Samuel. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
GG's, Mike.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward. I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Out, and this will go out of bounds, so no recovery, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.